Alrighty, tonight I'd like to, good evening, I'd like to thank you for watching. Tonight we have Lane Hanzlicek here with us, and Lane is a candidate for the county commissioner position in the 2nd district. He comes from the Wetmore area, and the Nemaha County Republican Party is holding these interviews of the candidates. And I'd like to say that Nemaha County is a close community with friends and neighbors, and each candidate needs to get their message out to the voters as clearly as possible without attacking each other in an unprofessional manner. By asking questions of the candidates, we felt it imperative to have these candidates give their thoughts and opinions on several issues of importance to the voters. We have a number of issues, and I'm going to ask you a few questions about each one of them. So Lane, the Nemaha County has gone through, this is on wind and solar energy. Nemaha County has gone through an expansion of wind energy generation in the past 4 years, with 120 wind turbines installed in the southern area of the county. There's 45 new agreements between Wetmore and Gulf waiting to be developed for more wind turbines. So the question is, do we allow more turbines, or do we curtail the number that we already have?
It's a good question. So as far as the 120 windmills we already have, that was under the Soldier Creek wind farm deal, and I believe that is maxed out to my knowing. There can be no more windmills underneath that particular farm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that another company could come in and try to push in a like the last one was NextEra. Another company come in, start putting up windmills. I'm not really sure if there is 45 new agreements. I don't know, and when did these come about? Not sure. Something to look into. I think there's a lot of positives and negatives to the wind farms, and it's a very touchy subject, and I feel that there's bad in anything if you look deep enough. They have provided a lot of revenue for the county. Mm-hmm. When the 120 windmills that did come in, there was, all the workers were at, the restaurants, grocery stores, bars, and that's, I think, money that kind of gets forgotten about. I can ate a local restaurant in Seneca here, and a guy that was staying at the local motel, we were sitting at a table of 8 people, and this guy just being nice. I mean, they're out-of-towners. Mm-hmm. They come in, and they are actually pretty good people, if you get to know them versus just, give them the cold shoulder, and they ended up buying our whole table for a meal. It was very nice, and he, passed forward, and he left, and I had no idea who it was, mm-hmm. but we ended up tracing him down to someone that worked in windmills. Mm-hmm. So they are good people. They do bring a lot of money, I think, to the county. But I don't know. I'm not saying that we shouldn't allow more. I think the money that the county gets per year for them 120 windmills, that money needs to stay down there. I think it needs to stay within the windmills that are there. That money needs to fix up those roads. Now, if someone in another part of the county is complaining about the money that we're getting from the windmills that is staying down there, well, I guess then put up windmills. Like I said, touchy subject, but I don't know. It's something that could be discussed, and like I said, listen to the public, and I think they'll tell you what we need to do, and it's just a can of worms. So.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay, so do you support corporations using eminent domain for the expansion of the transmission lines that's running through the county?
I don't like the eminent domain. There was power lines that went down through the bottom of Nemaha County for the windmills. They ended up finding the landowners that they needed to weave their way through, and it's on a lease agreement. So they got actually. I do not know if it's on a lease agreement. I think it was a one-time deal. Landowners got a check for an easement that went through there. As far as this current situation that we're dealing with maybe a power line coming in through this part of the county.
5 miles.
Yeah, I don't. That's something that needs to be looked into, because 5 miles is a lot. The only thing that I could think of, and talking to the public, is, if they want to do that, they don't want to put up a power line. Say that power line's 50 feet wide. They don't want to put that up and then have another company set another one 50 feet over from that, or 150 feet, or a half mile. So I don't know if it's just a company protecting itself. It's something to look into, I think. Harder than what it is being looked into as far as just everyone blowing off the handle about it. Something that needs to be looked into. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, Lane, what's your opinion about the 3-mile radius around Seneca and Sabetha, where no turbines or solar farms would be allowed?
I do believe that Wetmore thought about trying to zone 3 miles out, and it didn't go over very good as far as everyone's button heads that shouldn't be button heads. I believe leaving it alone on how Seneca and Sabetha want to do it. But another side of things is, well, if there's a windmill at 3 miles out and a windmill at 4 miles out, what's the difference there? I think that would be fine to leave alone. I don't see, an issue with leaving it alone, and just, if more windmills came in one day on some whim or whatever that the county and everyone kind of thought was best for the county, as far as maybe to generate revenue or whatever, or bring in money, well, I guess they can start at the 3.1 mile mark or whatever. So.
Okay. Okay, Lane, the next topic is the county administrator. In 2023, the commissioners hired a county administrator. His duties include working with the county officials to manage and implement new programs and initiatives, as well as support and manage unelected personnel with payroll, health care, human resources, budget issues, and county expenditures, as well as find state and federal grants, and adding accountability to our county workforce. So, Lane, do you believe that the county administrator is a warranted position?
I don't feel that it's necessary in our county. We've got along just fine and without him. And I'm not nothing against the guy. I don't think we need to be paying $107,000, $108,000 a year for someone to do the commissioner's job. That's what the commissioners are getting paid for. That they meeting every Monday. If you got to come up and do a meeting on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, on going over a situation that evolved throughout the week or whatever, 3 commissioners go in and get it settled, figure it out. I don't think we need a county administrator for $100,000 and some odd $1,000.
So you feel capable in completing the duties of a county administrator, what they would handle?
Yeah, I do think that with 3 commissioners, should be able to get it figured out.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Our next topic is the county roads and bridges. One of Nemaha County's most important duties is to maintain our roads and bridges to allow commerce and travel of our citizens in a safe manner. It is the largest expenditure to our county budget. So, Lane, what are your thoughts on prioritizing road maintenance and repairs of our roadways?
It definitely needs to be a priority. That is top of the list, I think, or right next to it. Our county roads down there, ever since the number 9 bridge is getting replaced, hopefully that's on the downhill side now. Them roads really have took a beating, and it was not addressed properly. There wasn't enough transparency within the state to the county commissioners, all the way down to the township, and that wasn't. I think whenever that started going through, commissioners should have been there and saying, "Hey, we're going to need funding for this. We're going to need to do, horseshoe, or we're going to have to divert traffic around So but these roads definitely need some help on the southern end of the county for sure.
Mhm. So with this being the county's largest expenditures, are there ways to improve the efficiency with the funds we currently devote to the department?
You know, working for the road and bridge, you know, I guess I've seen quite a bit of stuff that could probably use some help. You know, to go and get rock hauled, and you know, and I think our head road and bridge guy is actually doing a pretty good job at that. He's staying busy. He's going. I think that department's doing pretty good. I think they're doing all right.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Okay. Our next topic is on housing and partnerships with the cities. Nemaha County has a shortage of younger, qualified working adults. And we have a shortage of affordable housing in areas to develop residential subdivisions in our cities and in our rural areas. To increase our tax base, we need more employment of families within our county, paying taxes and adding to our financial base. So do you believe that the county should partner with resources with communities in developing land and infrastructure costs for rural and urban subdivisions to increase affordable housing for new citizens to work within our county?
I don't believe so. I don't think that's something the county should really get involved in. It's kind of a, you know, where do you start and stop at? You know, if the county starts pushing for, well, housing and this and that, someone's going to get rich on it. It's probably not going to be the county. I don't see how that's going to benefit a whole lot. You know, knowing some of the people that I know, I would say are middle class. You know, just your average American. They were, you know, born into that way, and they go out and they have a lot of drive, and you know, they have a lot of drive to buy houses, fix them up, whatever. And that's just, I guess, in part of how you're raised too. But I don't think that's something the county needs to get involved in.
Okay. All right. Okay. The next question is on budgets and property and sales tax. Currently, Nemaha County has a budget of $15 million for 2024, with an estimated 2025 budget being projected to be over $16 million. In 2023, sales taxes, which are a half of 1%, brought in $1,413,000. This year, to compile the 2024 real estate taxes, the county assessed value is down by $905,000 due to ag land use values declining, which is the first decline in values in the last 10 years. The mill levy for the county is currently at 36 mills, with the projected mill levy going up to 42 mills in about a 6 mil additional increase. Where are you going to come up with a shortfall in the taxes with a budget that is growing due to the inflation rate increase caused by the federal administration's spending?
Eliminating the county administrator. There's $107,000 there. That's just right off the top of my head. I'm sure there's, you know, I don't want to be cutting pay or anything like that. Don't want to do that because people are having a hard time making ends meet. I don't know what this economy is going to do, but it's very unstable, and that's something that Nemaha County employees shouldn't, you know, they don't need anything more cut from them. They've already been ran through the ringer in the last 4 years, and I don't like that. They definitely need to be treat your employees with respect. I mean, I don't care if they work under you or not. They need to be respected. I mean, there's ways of going about that, and it doesn't mean flying off the handle. So.
Okay. The final question is, Lane, if you're elected, can you tell the voters of Nemaha County why that you're running for the county commissioner position And what is your vision for the county?
You know, I'd like to. I've had a lot of feedback talking to quite a few people. We've got to get people employed back at the county, and we got to give them a reason to be employed at the county. When I first started at the county, I believe in 2019, which was a different group of commissioners, you went to the county, and I started at, I think, $12, maybe a little over that, welding on a bridge. And I feel that we need to start treating these employees a little better. You know, it's been this is a very good question. I don't know. It's we just got to take better care of employees, and slow. You know, the road and bridge down there, they do good work, and they save them money. They save a lot of money with the county, because I think to get a bridge built is usually over $250,000. So you know, them guys. Whenever I started on there at like I said, $12, slowly working myself up. I think I quit in 2022, I believe. 2022, and I was making $18.50. And like I said, all this is public knowledge. But them guys don't make enough. I mean, they're out there on the bridge sweating their butt off, and they just, I don't care who is on the bridge department. I don't care who is doing that. We've got to treat them guys with a little bit more respect, because they are saving the county a lot of money. We can, you know, they get a bridge bonus, which is based off a square footage of the bridge. Some of these bridges, you're looking at like 120 bucks. 120 bucks don't go very far in today's economy. So that's something that we need to throw them a bone, because they are saving the county a lot of money, and that's something that just gets thrown underneath the rug and forgot about. So that's something I would like to do, is start taking better care of our employees down there, courthouse, whole 9 yards. Our sheriff's department, 100%. So
by increasing salaries, or
I would like to. You know, this last big deal that I've heard about was the insurance change. Why did we drop such a great company like Blue Cross Blue Shield to go to this current insurance company? I would like to figure that out, and I think there's a lot of questions that need to be brought up about that, and a lot of answers, or a lot of questions needs answered.
Sure.
Because I feel like there's some weird stuff with why. You know, that was a very good insurance. And you know, now people are complaining, you know, it went up and this and that, and I feel like there's just stuff that needs to be answered. So
okay. Well, Lane, I thank you for coming tonight, and our viewers, I hope you found this dialogue with the candidates to be informative, and I invite you, the voters, to contact the candidates if you have further questions. Thank you.